Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yandan with Evening News. The headlines. President Ram Nath Kovind in Assam on a 3-day maiden visit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses post-budget webinar on Aatmanirbharta in Defence Call to Action. Advisor for Tourism, Art and Culture H Khehovi Yeputhomi says libraries are the storehouses of knowledge. And Nagaland permits reopening of pre-primary sections in the schools. With the new Omicron variant of coronavirus causing concern, we appeal our listeners to be vigilant and to get fully vaccinated and help others, including children between 15 and 18 years, to get vaccinated. Please continue to follow these 3 simple steps to stay safe. Wear a face mask, maintain 6 feet for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact National Helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075 and State Helpline number 1800345-0019. And now the news in detail. President Ram Nath Kovind arrived in Guwahati on a 3-day maiden visit to Assam. President Kovind will inaugurate the year-long celebration to mark the 400th birth anniversary of great Ahom General Lachit Borphukan. The president on his arrival visited the Kamakhya temple along with the governor of Assam, Professor Jagdish Mukhe, and Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the government is continuously working to create an indigenous ecosystem for the development of defence equipment in the country by emphasizing self-reliance and Make in India. Delivering the inaugural address at a post-budget webinar on Aatmanirbharta in Defence Call to Action, Modi said this year's budget has a blueprint for developing a vibrant ecosystem for research, design and development of manufacturing within the country. He said about 70% of the defence budget has been kept for domestic industry. Highlighting the steps taken to make the country self-reliant in defence sector, the Prime Minister said contracts of around 54,000 crore rupees have been signed for domestic procurement. Modi said when the country brings weapons from outside, its process is so long that by the time they reach security forces, many of them have become outdated. He said its solution lies in self-reliance and Make in India. The Prime Minister said transparent, time-bound, pragmatic and fair systems of trial, testing and certifications are essential to the growth of vibrant defence industry. Advisor for Tourism, Art and Culture H Khehovi Yeputhomi said libraries are considered as the storehouse of knowledge and an important building block for the progress and development of the society. Speaking at the inaugural function of the workshop for public libraries sponsored by Raja Ram Mohan Roy Library Foundation, Kolkata, on the topics relevance of library in the digital age and organization and management of libraries, organized by the Department of Art and Culture, held today at Kohima, he said, in this age of information technology, where information is available at the push of a button, many may question the relevance and significance of libraries. Yeputhomi, however, said, with technological advancements and shift from manual work to intellectual work, the importance of reading and books have even more significance today. The advisor said despite a high literacy rate, Naga people are yet to cultivate a reading habit and emphasized that the grown-ups should regenerate and instill the culture of reading among the youngsters and create a bridge between libraries and readers. Yeputhomi further appealed the department to go extra mile and reach out and connect with the rural schools in the districts and encourage them to come to the library and make it a fun place for the children. Presently, there are 641 rural libraries registered under the Department of Art and Culture. Nagaland government has permitted reopening of pre-primary sections in the schools in the state for the conduct of physical or offline classes with up to 50% attendance with effect from 1st March. The order from the Home Department said attendance of any student for the physical or offline classes shall be with parental consent. It further stated that the reopening of any school shall be subject to all teachers and non-teaching staff of the school being fully vaccinated against COVID-19 and if not vaccinated, then the person concerned should have been tested negative for COVID-19 through either RT-PCR or TrueNat or CPNat once in every 15 days. Home Department said resumption of classes for pre-primary sections will be further subjected to adherence to all provisions of the SOPs on the preventive measures to contain the spread of COVID-19. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Nagaland, along with the rest of the country, will launch the intensive pulse polio on Sunday, 27th of February. In a press release, State Immunization Officer Dr. Ritu Toor said the Department of Health and Family Welfare is all geared up to administer polio drops to all eligible children from 0 to 5 years. Toor said 2,206 polio booths will be set up across the state, which will be manned by 9,906 health workers and 441 supervisors. He said special focus will be given to migrant population with an aim to prevent importation of polio cases. Toor, while thanking all stakeholders for their past cooperation, called upon all sections of the society to ensure that all eligible children receive the polio drops on the assigned date. Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke on telephone with the Russian President Vladimir Putin last night. President Putin briefed Prime Minister Modi about the recent developments regarding Ukraine. In a release, Prime Minister's office said the Prime Minister reiterated his long-standing conviction that the differences between Russia and the NATO group can only be resolved through honest and sincere dialogue. Modi further appealed for an immediate cessation of violence and called for concerted efforts from all sides to return to the path of diplomatic negotiations and dialogue. India is considering different ways to evacuate its citizens from Ukraine as commercial flights can no longer land in a war-torn country. Around 20,000 Indians are stuck in Ukraine after Russia launched a military operation against its neighbor. A team from Indian Embassy in Hungary has been dispatched to the border post Zohani to coordinate and provide assistance to facilitate exit of Indians from Ukraine. In a tweet, the mission said it is working with Hungarian government to provide all possible assistance. India is closely monitoring the situation and evacuation plans are being worked out. Nagaland Law Students Federation yesterday elected a new team to be headed by T. Tuhuka Achumi as president and Imli Demjan as speaker. In his first address, Achumi addressed the importance of quality legal education and said the new team will continue to work for redressal of a government law college in the state and also continue to deliver its unrestrained services for the upliftment and welfare of the law students of the state. Chairman of the Committee on Subordinate Legislation, Nagaland Legislative Assembly, Dr. Chodise Sazo, has convened a meeting of the committee on 3rd March at 11 a.m. in the committee room of the Assembly's Secretariat. All members of the committee have been requested to make it convenient to attend the meeting. The number of recoveries from COVID-19 infection in the state continue to surpass new detections. Nagaland today recorded 5 new cases of COVID-19, taking the state total infection to 35,395. Of the new cases, 3 were reported from Dimapur and 2 in Kohima. The state also reported 17 recoveries, 11 of which were from Dimapur, 5 from Kohima and 1 from Mukokchung. There are currently 139 active cases in the state. And now it's 20 news. Here are the main points again. President Ram Nath Kovind in Assam on a 3-day maiden visit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses post-budget webinar on Aatmanirbharta in defence call to action. Advisor for Tourism, Art and Culture H Khehovi Yeputhomi says libraries are storehouses of knowledge. And Nagaland permits reopening of pre-primary sections of the schools. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.